Hey guys, welcome to EJ and Matt Show, and tonight we're gonna review WWE Raw, the September 18th edition of Raw, and let's get started with the first segment of the
First of
night.
all, I was not happy for the go home show for Raw. Really.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a bit. We started with the first segment of the night, which involved Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle coming out of the ring and addressing that there'll be a fatal four-way match.
No, actually, what happened was first he announces almost the main match cuts. I would say he announced like at No Mercy is going to be Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman.
He is building up
And there's
No
gonna-
Mercy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the crowd cheered for that. Then we got Roman Reigns and John Cena. When he said John Cena, they booed. When they said Roman Reigns, I don't know who's gonna win. The fans don't know who to boo as well. Do you think like that? I don't think like that.
Pointless for this segment. Let's get to a main topic. Kurt Angle comes out and announces that there's a fatal four-way match to determine the number one contender.
Miss comes out to interfere Kurt Angle. And he gets a promo that why isn't his title defended? Means at SummerSlam also his title was not defended. And the next Raw I thought that Intercontinental Championship was not going to be defended, and that didn't happen as well.
But it happened a few weeks later.
Yeah.
Okay, so Miz comes out and says that his title has not been defended. So Kurt Angle has a plan and tries to makes a main event for tonight in a fatal four-way match to determine the number one contender for the Intercontinental Championship. The winner will face the Miz at No Mercy. It is Elias versus Jason Jordan versus the Hardy Boys, Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy. And the Miz was, enraged that Jason Jordan is put, and that's like like since it's Kurt Angle's son, it's like that, and the Miz is gonna carry his baby and never gonna leave him. The blatant abuse to Kurt Angle. Jason Jordan comes out and he says, "Don't mess with Kurt." I mean, how can you call your own dad, call your own kid? It's just, it's a storyline, but put kayfabe in real life. He calls Kurt Angle Kurt, not by dad. And then Jason Jordan advises Kurt Angle to put the Mr. Raj, consisting of Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel, to be put in the main event scene and make it a six-pack challenge match. So Kurt Angle does that, and the Miz says that you have zero chance. You're making your chances less to win. And Jason Jordan says, in my terms, I think he likes to fight people, and he starts attacking. And they both fight, and I think Jason Jordan should talk in that segment. It was an okay opening segment. Thankfully, it was not. Yeah. Thankfully, it was not Roman Reigns or some other people. Thankfully, it was not Roman Reigns. Just new change, and building up the Intercontinental and that too Intercontinental Championship as a main title after the Universal title, since Brock was not there. So that's okay.
So the next match, it was Nia Jax versus Alexa Bliss in a singles match. Yeah, it was a fair, I won't say a fair win for Nia Jax. Between the match, Alexa tries to, go out of the ring and something like that. She tries to take a title and go away, and then Sasha Banks music hits. She comes out and then they attack, and all three of them were attacked by Nia Jax and all.
Wait, Nia Jax won this match.
Yeah, Nia Jax won this match. Yeah. So they Sasha was down, Alexa Bliss was down, and then comes out Bailey.
They returned Bailey.
So it's it was a nice segment. Not a nice segment. Yeah, she comes out and she all attacks, and then who came? Anybody came? No, right? No. And then they had a bit of a fight, I would say. Then what was that? Yeah.
After that, they all three of them team up to attack Nia, and all three of them are standing tall. And when Bailey raise Sasha's hand, Alexa comes in between and raise both of their hands, and they just attack Alexa for no reason. They attack, and that's it. And after the commercial break, we come back and we see that the a fatal match for the Women's Championship, which changed to a fatal 5-way match for the Women's Championship. What are your thoughts about that match and the news?
I mean, this is a second fatal match in 2 months.
Two?
2 months, yeah. Yeah. No, this is third month, I would say.
Yeah,
It happened in June
this
something
year.
like that.
This
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, this has been the most fatal 5-way matches I've ever seen in my entire lifetime.
And I think this is going to be a really good match. Actually, uh,
It was an okay segment, yeah. For me, it was a what do you say mixed response for the match. I mean, Bailey could have returned after No Mercy and all. Why?
and you're going to get 2 returns after No Mercy, maybe.
I don't know. That's it. Just leave that.
I mean,
the next match is basically the bar comes out and says some blame things about the club, Seth Rollins and all, and out comes Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, and they start talking and all abusing like promo styles. I don't remember that much of the promo, and in the end the club comes out and proclaim that Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins are a couple of nerds. That really sucked. Okay, nerds.
they suck.
No. What I did there. Nerds. They proclaim that Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins are nerds, and Dean Ambrose is pissed because he was called a nerd, and he tells that nobody calls him a nerd, and then they brawl. And after a commercial break, it's a triple threat tag team match between the Bar, the Bar, Luke Allison Carl and the club, and Raw Tag Team Champions Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. Good match. It was, I
Match
think,
of the night.
match of the night for me.
Not for me, for everyone. I mean, that was
Okay,
the match.
okay. It was. I really like that. It's a new feel of the tag team, and if the club was, if this match was in No Mercy, I would have really liked it and all. But anyways, it was a nice, what do you say, nice match, and yeah, build, and in the end, Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose stands tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, they stand tall. That's it.
So then, Kurt Hawkins comes out and says that he was done with the fact thing and he was gonna what he was saying?
No, he was done with the star industry, star making. He
Yeah.
used to face main event or something.
What is it? History something, right? WWE history something like that. It was related to something like history, and he said that he's going to end his losing streak 114-0. That means
No, nil 114. Yes.
yeah, nil 114. So I would say another 90 loses again. Maybe he's gonna go after. I mean, break the record of Asuka, I would say. In terms of losing.
Goldberg's record.
Yeah, even Goldberg. And outcomes, Majak, he thought that,
Apollo Crews comes out.
yeah, Majak thought that Finn Balor would come.
Yeah.
I thought, actually, I thought someone like Elias would come. But then I thought, he was in the main event, and that guy was in the main event. I believe that. So I was thinking about who's gonna come out. I didn't really know. And out comes Apollo Crews, which was a surprise for me.
I thought it was at least two.
Yeah. That guy was also in my mind. Yeah. What to say? Who's gotta win? Apollo Crews. So 115, 0 115.
Nil 115.
Yeah, nil 115.
And yeah.
And one more fact. Speaking of a fact, everyone who has worked with Titus O'Neil has got a championship. Darren Young, he worked with them. He got a tag team championship.
Oh, okay.
Akira Tozawa,
Okay.
Cruiserweight championship.
Yeah.
And then now Apollo Crews.
Dana Brooke. Oh, isn't she a part?
Yeah, but she hasn't got a match yet. At least let her fight a match. I think what if Apollo Crews defeats Miz? Or your favorite Brock Lesnar?
Speaking of Brock Lesnar, the next segment is a satellite conversation between Braun Strowman and Brock Lesnar, and to build up the match. And this was intense promo. It was really intense promo, and they really built up this match. And for a few First time in a few months, I think, very long time. Brock speaks out, and he just says,
Sorry, he spoke last 2 weeks back. Suplex City.
I think he also said that.
Uh,
He says he really said some words. Braun, thank you for making, thank you
There's a
for
lot
making.
of bad words this last week.
I mean,
This Raw.
I
Oh my
mean,
goodness.
okay. Basically, what happened was we were watching a tape version of Raw, and you might be wondering why we are making Raw on Raw review on a Wednesday. So this Raw comes on a Tuesday, and I was busy and all, and with the reasons and all. Do I have studies, man? I have more responsibilities than
I
that.
said Bronstrom.
So basically, we had tape version of intense sports in here, and we had lots of cutting. Like they all cut the scenes.
Bronstrom. Ah, coquina clutch. Come on, say.
They all cut the scenes, and and the bad words and all were there. And so basically, we didn't hear any bad words that properly. And yeah, Brock Lesnar says thank you for backing me down and all
He liked challenges.
challenges and Super City, bitch. It was really intense promo, and yeah, what are your thoughts about this promo?
Yeah, it is good promo. That's the last. This was the last week before No Mercy, and the kind of promo which they need was done because whenever they had to go for a promo, they always had a fight at the ring. They didn't have a
That's a
fight.
normal
Yeah,
stage.
yeah. Whereas John Cena and Roman Reigns, they had a lot of talk and no fighting. They didn't even touch each other. I mean, yeah, they tagged themselves in the tag team match and all. Yeah, so that is a great segment. Yeah, great promo, I would say.
Okay.
Guys, there's been a rumor that Braun Strowman is gonna win the Universal Championship. Here's what: Brock Lesnar is not gonna be on Survivor Series, and he's
We'll
gonna
get
be
to that
only
rumor.
return at Royal Rumble.
We'll get to that rumor later. What's the next segment?
It was Roman Reigns coming out. Yeah, unfortunately John Cena was not there. He made a promo that, and yeah, we'll say the main thing. Then he calls John Cena as a hypocrite, and he says that hypocrite something. And Roman Reigns says that John Cena himself said that he was a hypocrite, and then he shows what 2012, yeah, before WrestleMania kind of thing, where John Cena had to face The Rock.
John Cena faces
Yeah,
he got defeated.
he got defeated by Rock, and yeah, yeah. Most of the segments, I mean, like John Cena, The Rock didn't came that week, right? When John Cena was saying this, yeah, and he said that if Rock doesn't show up like this next week, something like that, at Sunday he's going to defeat him. Yeah, he said something like that. Sunday is going to defeat him, and almost main the promos were the same. Roman said like that see you at Sunday, movie star, something like that, to John Cena, and
I know, yeah.
yeah,
Basically, this promo really sucked. To be fair, this happened like a few weeks back or something.
these things were to be said at the first promo which they said.
Yeah, they okay, second week or something, but no, they didn't do that. They just have to make it
Maybe
like
this
go home
happened
show.
because of John Cena was not on Raw.
Okay, don't make Roman also come on. Just make like a promo, like just like video package and all, like hyping up this match. No, there was no need for promo this week. Yeah, it was planned. The next match is
Before the match, Kurt Angle's office.
okay. So basically, we head back to Kurt Angle's office, and we see Goldust staring at Brock Lesnar and Braun Strowman.
Yeah, that match.
That No Mercy poster, and turns around, and we see Dustin Rhodes, Goldust with the face paint.
I think 3 or 4 weeks back, someone removed his mask.
3 or 4 weeks last week, Bray Wyatt.
Removed his mask. Who was it? That Mexican something? What was that guy? Yes, no. He doesn't.
Dr. Wagner Jr.
Yeah. And now this guy removes his paint off his face. Now,
Dr. Wagner.
now he's gonna say he wants a man to man.
No, he wants a match up with Bray Wyatt, and it's not gonna be Goldust. It's gonna be Dustin Rhodes versus Bray Wyatt. And this match happened. It was the build-up was so. The match was straight up. And in the end, Dustin had a what do you say? fire and all, but in the end, Bray Wyatt catches him with Sister Abigail 1, 2, 3, and Bray Wyatt defeats Dustin Rhodes.
That was a good match.
And it was an okay match. I don't know basically to say. Finn Balor comes out in the screen and he just says, the man is more powerful than the demon, which really, which really undervalues the value of the Demon King, the persona.
Yeah, what if he brings the demon back and, I don't know.
I'm a man, demon, D-man. He said man to man, D-man. Speaking of demons, demons are connected with distractions. Enzo Amore comes out. Enzo Amore comes out and he says he's going to win the Cruiserweight title and No Mercy and when a boom guys in the room, how you doing? And out comes Braun Strowman's music. Wow!
A dream segment.
He just literally turns around, just gets pushed. Wow, this was a good segment. And so get pumped and manhandled by Braun Strowman, and outcomes. And when Braun is going out, before that, he just takes Enzo like this and puts this in. Just lift weights of Enzo's.
He was taking those.
Yeah, they were same weight of Enzo, more than it. And while he was walking on the outside the stage, Everest music comes and
he looks like Boston. Oh.
The size comparison is like oh. And Neville comes out and gives a red arrow to Enzo, and we see Neville was Grand Metalik, and in this match it was an okay match.
Yeah.
But at some point in the match, Neville was trying to remove Grand Metalik's mask, and we partly Mexican tradition. We partly see him in the screen and all. Grand Metalik had in the end, like what happened in Dustin Rhodes was Brave. In the ending, they had the good sequence, but in the end, he won. Neville won via Rings of Saturn.
Yeah.
The submission move. And it taps out and Neville wins. And before the match even started, the backstage camera was set to Enzo, and Enzo said that in the hospital trainer's room, and Enzo said that he is sure that he's guaranteed that he's going to take the Cruiserweight title of Neville
after being powerslammed by Braun Strowman.
I don't know. And no mercy. I don't know.
It's going to be a surprise if Enzo comes out in that match.
So Enzo is guaranteed that he's going to take the title, and this is not sure, which is not possible. It's going to happen, and Neville won. Yeah, that's it. And what about the main event?
It was the six-pack challenge, number one contenders match for the Intercontinental Championship match. It was Jason Jordan versus Jeff Hardy versus Matt Hardy versus Mr. Raj and Elias.
Versus Elias, not Hardy.
Versus Elias. So the match was outside. We laughed when the Miz music was hit. We thought it was Bo Dallas coming out. He had his own theme song, and he got a Miz. So basically Miz was out there.
I really like Curtis has this theme song. Just say it.
Yeah, so it was a good match. For that mid-card level, I would say it's a good match. And
Jason Jordan won.
Yeah, Jason Jordan wins it.
And he faces the Miz at No Mercy. And after the match, Jason Jordan gets attacked back by the Miz, and the Miz turns and the Miz attacks Jason Jordan, and the Miz stands tall with the Intercontinental Championship, and that's it. Raw cuts.
So basically,
it was
Neville stands tall. The go home song.
Miz stands out.
And then,
what do you say? Hardy was famous and Cesaro stands tall.
Yeah.
Champions. Most champions.
Yeah, most champions are down.
Anyways, guys, that's it for tonight's Raw. The Raw for tonight's Raw. And that's it. Please like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe for more.